Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing. Big brain, come along with me. Together with the truth you say. Got pearls and a laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the light and share the vibe. Crush those pearls, let's take the you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the light and share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support, together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in thy world. And you chose to be right here. Your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day 2025. It is currently 6:46 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Of course, he is Detective Whiskers. These streets are on fire. They are on fire. Chickies, let me tell you, are they ever? We're gonna definitely get into it. A lot to talk about. Lady for Justice, thank you so much. Big shout out to our great mod. Y'all are the very best. Justin and Remy, top of thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Holly S coming in clutch. How you going, girl? Really do appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. And Cognizance, thank you so much, my dear. Why would anyone have trusted a family member of KK's to begin with? In my opinion, that was responsible from the rip. I rather agree with you. Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. Canadian, thank you so much, my dear. Gifting 5 pearl necklaces. How you doing, girl? How you doing? Let me see if it'll let me gift. Oh, guys, who's I can gift some members now. Here we go. Let's see who the lucky winners are. The first 5. Moonflower and Medicine Man, DLPZ. Riley's Nana, Crystal, and Jenny 1982. Let's gift 5 more. How you doing? Let's see who the winners are. Royal Blue, A. Nicholas. Who else do we got? Stephanie B, the Lady Lexi, Jenny Lynn 51. Congratulations to our new Pearl. Welcome to the Pearl family. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate you. So a lot's going on, and we're gonna play it now. Yada 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 yada. As you guys know, she went up on Betty's once upon a time, and spoke really. What's a yada? A yada is very similar to a musty hutch. Very, very similar to a musty hutch. Pretty much the same boat. Yada is KK's aunt. Is that right? Help me out. It's KK's aunt, right? I'm pretty sure. Second cousin. Second cousin, third removed. Whatever. I don't know. And she went up on Betty's live one time and really, gave it hard for KK and Edgar Steen. Well, I guess she got in this sort of whatever this lawsuit thingy is that's going on, allegedly. And now she's kind of flipping. if you will. I guess you could say she's flipping. So she is up on Clue's panel, and Edgar jumps up. And what lawsuit? It's the lawsuit with the creators. There's a few it's creators, and I think it's uh Tony, Hong, or maybe Hong. I don't know if Hong's in it. Uh Seth, Brittany, Granny, um barbecue lady, the Rico. Yes, the Rico. All right. And anyway, she gets up on Clues just a little bit ago, and Edgar got triggered. He was so triggered, his voice was shaking. I don't think so, Alcoholic. I don't think so. Um, I think, in my opinion, Yada is, she came in here a long time ago. I was talking about something, and she called in, and she was upset about something. I don't even remember. If you guys remember, uh, let me know. I even forget what it was. And I'm trying to remember what that was. And that's the last I'd ever seen of her. Hadn't seen her, hadn't heard from her or whatever. But they are it is so amazing to me how everything in this case is inflated beyond. They it's well, everything's like a conspiracy. It's like, well, what did what did, you know, Tony say? What did Tony do? All of this. I don't know. It's just craziness. It's really just absolute madness. And it is so off base, all of it, of what is really important. It feels like a bunch of egos, to be honest with you, to be quite honest with you. And that part's frustrating. You know what I mean? Lakeside, thank you so much for 7 here. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, Chris, Wayne, Drake, Rogers. Sped teacher, thank you so much, my dear, as well. We are on fire with you, honey bunny. I'll bring the fire extinguisher. Thank you so much, Sped. Really do appreciate you, dear. And thank you so much, Holly. She also said 99 is the case number, not years. I think Yada, in my opinion, is a loose wire. And, Chris said in this recording that when he comes up, he says nobody kind of talks to her in the family. So I don't know why. I think I'd understand a little bit more now. It's she makes it sound like it's, I don't know,
Nothing.
it's amazing to me. All of this is just a lot of amazingness to me. Tracy, how you doing, girl? Good to see ya. Thank you so much. This is getting so out of hand. The walls are closing in. Yes, I agree. I think it is definitely out of hand. 3 fries short of a Happy Meal. I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I'll be honest with you. I really wish this lawsuit was not going on. To be just honest with you, I wish it was not going on, but we're here. We're here, and it is what it is. It's part of it, and I just want Sebastian found. That's it. That's it. Um, you know what I mean? We have three cat three. Oh, be careful, please. Um, it does, Pebbles. It's insanity. It's insanity, is what it is. All right, so we're gonna play some of this. Um, and then we'll play it some of the audio here in just a little bit. Link is provided in the description. This is already on TikTok as well. So here we go.
And then this whole cycle came around again the other day when Betty did this whole rant about Francis and, Katie bringing Sebastian to the funeral, which, by the way, there was always 30 to 40 people coming and going.
God.
Does anyone know what she's talking about? Betty playing something last week about somebody bringing, or they saying bringing Sebastian to the funeral?
To my aunt's house. My aunt, which Sean had always respected.
Is Aunt the RSO? Post about the 3 a.m. car. They said stop talking about the 3 a.m. car. Well, random on the dime. Nobody tells me what to talk about, respectfully. You know what I mean? That's just all I can say. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it or anything like that, but I speak about what I speak about, and nobody. Sorry, there is no packet. So I speak about what I speak about. The car is very important, in my opinion. No disrespect to
And
anybody.
yes, Francis was there. It was her father.
Okay, War. Gotcha.
But
That's
my
what I
cousin
do,
and his
girl.
wife stayed the night over there for the funeral too. And by no means would my Aunt Suzanne ever put Sebastian in a position of in harm's way, ever. And he knows that.
How are you?
Is she taking up for? Is she taking up for the RSO? Is that who she's taking up for? Because if that is the case, that's insane. This is someone who has no, this isn't all of it, or but I've got it, the audio. I mean, I don't understand taking up for the grandmother. What the hell? Someone who's on 99-year probation. And this is the thing. That's exactly what it was. I was talking about KK's mom one day, and that's what pissed her off. Why would that piss her off? Sorry, not sorry. She should not be no child. It's not even. It's against the law to for a child to be around a RSO. Why are you taking up for an RSO? What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm fine.
Well,
Go Justin. Thank you.
I'm
Being
not
real.
so
Yeah,
fine
thank you,
with you, I'm
Cognizance.
gonna
It's
be honest,
ridiculous.
That's fine.
because I have not had the pleasures of ever seeing you face to face. And after
Oh, you can hear it. You can already hear it. You can hear it in his voice. When Edgar gets the shaky voice, he is he's mad. he would be mad. The pleasures, yes. I wonder how many times Sebastian heard that shaky voice.
After speaking with your family, we
She was
won't ever see
minimizing
face to
Francis'
face.
behavior.
Oh my
Oh, that's fine
I
with me
don't
too.
appreciate.
That's what I don't understand, Holly. She was minimizing Francis' behavior in BHB chat. I want uh I want to say last Saturday. Why? Like, first of all, it is, let's just be honest, it is way more rare for a woman to be an RSO than it is a male to be an RSO, right? And, you know, the thing about, like I've always said, I have compassion for KK whenever, what happened with her. And I understand, being sensitive to that topic. But if KK is subjecting Sebastian around her, allowing him to speak to her, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. Brenda RSO mom is who she is defending. Yep. It's just wrong. And remember, there was allegedly this phone call that was supposed to have happened with KK, or KK and her mother and Sebastian allegedly talking to mom right before he went missing. I think it was Saturday. And of course, Seth talked about this on one of the, I forget, what's the real big channel's name? I can't think of his name right now. I apologize. How she was subjecting Sebastian around there. And of course, Seth did not like it. Don't blame him one bit. Who the hell would? So, and KK said that was Laura Lodge. There we go. And KK said that was, that was it. I don't understand it.
Appreciate you opening your mouth and inserting yourself into a situation you got no business being in. No,
I'm just here clearing up some lies
no,
that
you're
have been
not
said
clearing
about
up air,
Katie and her
ma'am.
mom.
No, you're not. You're not clearing up anything. All you're doing is jumping from panel to panel to person, and getting yourself involved in something you don't need to be involved in. You really
I have
don't.
not. Okay,
Yes.
whatever.
Yes. That's what it was, Mohawk. Now we're getting. Remember, Seth had a wellness check done on Sebastian when he found out his son was in the same room as her, and KP was out dining with her father. Yes, that's it. That's it. There we go. That was it. And you just have to look. You just have to look at the history. Everything that we are aware of that has happened to Sebastian, whose roof has it happened under? Whose roof? Gotta try to deny that today too. Or, oh my God. Oh my God. Now, do I believe Sebastian is with uh RSO grandma? No, I don't, because I know that her place has been checked multiple times. Multiple times. So he's not there. You know what I mean? He's not there. Thank you, Serenity. Really do appreciate you. BHP did a live showing KK mom had been around kids and Sebastian. Right. Craziness.
Damn.
Clue,
Do
if you have
do
any
you
more
honestly think
questions,
that the videos out there
Well,
aren't still out there?
Maybe hear him out, you know?
oh, I know what he's
That's
talking
fair.
about, but what I'm saying is I've heard so many lies that I'm trying to clear them up. And they're
Right.
asking
Hear 'em
Katie
out.
about
Hear 'em
being
out,
around
Yada.
his mom.
So hear me
Yada,
out
hear
for a
'em
minute.
out.
Okay? Maybe you wouldn't have to clear up some lies if you didn't get involved. That's what I'm getting at. You insert
Oh,
yourself into
okay. Someone just texted me. One of y'all just texted me. Betty posted pictures of Sebastian, Katie, and Sebastian in the same place with Francis. I guess that's the RSO. And Francis being also around other kids. Wow. I didn't know that. That's
something
crazy.
you're not a part of. You haven't seen Katie
But
since
that's
that
what it was
funeral.
last Saturday.
You really haven't. You have not been a part of Katie's life. You have no involvement with Sebastian.
He's almost out of air when he's talking. Have you ever been that mad where you're like breathless? You know what I mean? Have you ever been that mad? That's a real mad. That's a real mad when that happens. He's breathless. He is fuming. Yeah. Now, is he mad? Pay attention. He tells on himself. Yeah. Yeah. This is the only time, Edgar really speaks anymore, is if he's really mad, something triggers him, I guess, or it's the year anniversary. He has not met the lady, and she probably was around KP in her younger days. Yeah, I mean, this is what I think Yada is. I think Yada is one of those that she is removed from the family, and so she goes and tells this to this person and this to this person. I think she's the one that's outside of the family that's always telling what other people are doing. Panel. It was a panel. Where's Tar? What's wrong with Tar? She okay? Hold on. Where is she? What did she say? Not a good day. Oh, Tar, I'm sorry, baby. If you need anything, you just let me know. Call me later if you need.
With Seth, with me, my wife, any part of that family. You don't. But you have inserted yourself for no good reasons. Now, when was the last time you spoke with your whole family? Let me ask you that question.
Listen to this.
With all of them combined,
Good
been a long
proportion.
time.
Exactly. There's a reason for that, ma'am. A real good reason for that. That's not something we're going to air on this show.
And I heard, and this is just what I heard. You guys know, I talked about it in the beginning, but I don't really talk about the legal aspect of what's going on in the YouTube stuff. But I did hear that allegedly it was Yada that reached out to At Night, not the other way around. So we'll just have to see, what comes out. But to me, she just seems like one of those people that I don't know. I really don't know. She says that she doesn't trust Edgar. She doesn't trust KK. Uh, she was always taking up for Seth, and now she says since she talked to Seth that his stories has changed. And she said, and I want to make it clear, she says mainly about, I guess, the funeral or whatever. Um, if it's has to do with the night Sebastian went missing, I can tell you there's no story to change. He was at work. So, but I think she's referring to, I just want to make it clear, I think she's referring to the uh, funeral or whatever.
or air out anywhere else. But I would like for you to think about it. I
Oh,
don't
there's a
appreciate
reason. You
you.
probably don't know the right reason.
Well, it's like this. I've talked to enough of the family. I'm willing to listen to you.
Oh, I'm not giving my reason on live.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
do
well, I
anything
would be
on
more
the
than happy to talk to you offline. I am
I
more than
think that's
happy
a
to
That would
talk
really
be
to you.
good
nice,
idea,
Carmen.
actually.
I
I
would
do
be
think
happy to
you
hear
guys
it.
should have a conversation, not
I
in
will
front of
ask
YouTube.
you publicly from this day forward, don't speak about Sebastian. Don't speak about Katie. Stay out of this situation.
Now, Edgar said, "Don't speak for Sebastian. Don't speak on him. Don't speak on Katie. Don't speak on Seth." Um, and on the panel, you hear uh them saying, "Well, why are they keeping why are they trying to silence you or whatever, or something like that? Why is, I guess, Nick and them trying to silence you?" Well, that's exactly what Edgar just did. It's the, you know, that's exactly what Edgar's just saying. Um, I don't think it's very intelligent for anyone to be in any sort of litigation saying anything at all. Like, that is the dumbest thing you can do. I don't care what side it is, whose side it is. It is dumb. It is so dumb to be talking about your litigation and your case. That's the last thing you ever want to do. Yes, Tar, just a little bit ago.
You're doing nothing for it. You're already sitting here trying to, what you're calling, squash the lies. That's fine.
Squash the lies. Thank you so much, Robin. Good to see you, babe. Something must have happened and her family jumped her ass. She first made a long post on Justice for Sebastian on Facebook, then BHB interviewed her. She sure wasn't talking nicely about any of them. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. She said KK was never motherly, uh, all of that. I should pull that up about the things Yada has said about KK and Edgar. Um, you see, this is the thing. This is the thing. If you say that, right? KK is never motherly and this and this and this. And then overnight, you're saying, you're let's just say and I don't know if she is or she's not, uh, defending KK and Edgar. Then you are either, in my opinion, a liar or untrustworthy or both. It's one or the other, or just looking for attention. It's that simple. Because you know, if you were saying those things on the panel, and now you are defending, which I'm not saying she is. I don't, I don't know, but it just can't. It's got to be something. It's got to be something. So I agree with you, Robin. I do agree with you absolutely on that. Thank you so much. I'm retired. Don't expect nothing out of me, girl. Thank you so much. To receive that, make sure you thank our girl retired. Appreciate you, my dear.
Squash the lies with the proof. Bring the receipts. Bring paper to the table, not verbal.
Edgar said, when we bring the proof, okay.
You can't prove a verbal situation unless
That's
you have a
true.
recorded session of it.
He's right.
So once again, it's your word against everybody else's words, and then so on and so on. So once again, it does nothing
Today,
for this
EMF.
situation. So I'm asking you
Yes, SL.
politely, don't speak about us anymore. Don't bring this up to anybody else because your involvement is not welcomed.
Okay, so
It's really
Granny,
not.
you don't want that email?
You can give that hurt. I'm telling you from me about my wife, my son, even about Seth. Don't speak about us anymore.
Okay.
Period. You leave it alone. We do not welcome you into this conversation. We don't welcome you into this situation.
Well, I would
Part
love
of it.
to talk to you privately.
I think that's a great idea, actually. Is there, Chris? Can I send you her email address?
Well, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That would be great.
And Miss Ida, if you want to chat, we can chat on the phone. I'm okay
Send
with
me an
that.
email with a phone number, and I'd be happy to.
I can do.
Okay.
I can email her your number if you want me to.
I wonder if KK had him jump up, or did he jump up on his own? I wonder. That's what I wonder. Did KK have him jump up? Because KK, she doesn't, barely speaks about her missing son publicly, let alone anything else. What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you think KK had him jump up to squash it? Trishy.
I'm fine with that. Either way.
Okay.
KP is the puppet mistress. Yeah.
I think that's the best way to handle it.
Thanks, Emma.
And Granny, once I get your email, I'll send you those emails as well.
I'd really appreciate that, Yada.
Anything you need to do to help her, please. Help her, help everybody in this situation. I'm just asking nothing else from here forward. That's all I'm asking.
Well, I mean, obviously, Edgar talks to creators and while they're live. So that's something that's, and Edgar has stated that, my phone was blowing up whenever you were talking about my truck. So don't talk about my truck, mother chicken. No way.
Oh my God!
Oh my
Appreciate it.
God.
I look forward to speaking with you.
That'd be great.
Go, I'm gonna hop down. There's some other shit I
Okay.
need to take care of, but thank you.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, ladies. We're just speaking with you.
That'd
Gotcha.
be great.
Go, I'm gonna hop down. There's some other shit I
Okay.
need to take care of, but thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm
ladies.
gonna hop down.
What'd she do?
Nothing.
And then this whole cycle came around again the other day when
Oh, thank you so
Granny
much,
did
Robin.
this whole rant about Francis and Katie bringing Sebastian to the
We're
funeral,
gonna
which, by
watch
the
what
way,
Miss
there was
Yada said in
always
the
30 to
past.
40 people coming and
Oh my
going
God.
Let's
to my aunt's house.
let's see what Miss Yada has
My
said
aunt,
before.
which Sean had always respected. And yes,
Now she calling him Sean.
Francis was there. It was her father. But
She used to call him Seth.
my cousin and his wife stayed the night over there for the funeral too. And by no means would my Aunt Suzanne ever put Sebastian in a position of in harm's way, ever.
Okay, well, she's saying Suzanne. So who's this Suzanne? Go back. What's that Elfig? It killed me when she said, that's KK's grand. Okay, okay. So Suzanne is the one who KK is really close with, right? And I'm guessing Suzanne is the mother of Katie's mom. Katie's mom. Don and Suzanne raised KK. Gotcha. I was in the chat explaining to Yada it's not necessarily about physical contact, but the comfort level of children around the RSO. Well, I mean, think about this. It's illegal. Not only is it bad but it's illegal for someone to have an RSO around a child, but imagine a special need or a special need child around an RSO. You know what I mean?
And he knows that.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, I'm not so fine with you right now, to be honest with you,
That's fine.
Bingo.
because
Facts.
I have not had the pleasures
Facts.
of ever seeing you face to face.
Oh, okay. Okay. So this is playing this again. All right. Let's do a poll. Do y'all want to listen? Do y'all want to listen to the rest of this audio, or do you want to play a little bit of what Yada said before on Betty's as a refresher, and then go over what she said today? The night is young. The night is young. So we've got time. Okay, keep going. Refresh. Keep going. Refresh. Okay, got you, Robin. Betty first, then this to compare. Yeah, we're going to do both. We're going to do both. Okay. All right. We'll go over the little refresh. Which would be better, to be honest with you, because we'll remember what she said before, and then we can compare it with what she's saying now. Can I do them side by side? Oh, I don't know. They're uploading it right now. I think someone's uploading it for me. So, remember, Betty looked all nice here. She got all dolled up for. All right, here we go. Gonna go step Bullhorn Betty.
With you?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is what she posted on the Justice for Sebastian Facebook group. It says, "This will be my last post, and I hope everyone reading this will understand why. Since the beginning, I struggled with the thought that a member of my very own family could ever do something."
Thank you, Lisa B. Always. It's not about physical contact necessarily. It's about putting the child in the comfort level of communicating with the RSO put the child at risk. Absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you something. Seth should have been concerned. Now, listen to what Yada wrote right here.
Struggled with the thought that a member of my very own family could ever do something as heinous as getting rid of their child. Like every single YouTuber was saying. Then I watched this interview. I can't. Sorry, it's a little blurry. And became a skeptic. Then the second interview and felt sick. The third interview, all doubt was gone. I had held hope, maybe an accident. Then she left town saying he could be anywhere now. Blood relative only holds so much hope and faith, and I couldn't pray this feeling away. Months later, so many lies, YouTube creators flipping the script as if they're threatened. No way, I thought. They never wanted a single vigil. They never went to a single vigil, couldn't find time for searches, lied on a Sumner County custody position, fully cleaned or fully cleared by LE and in no danger or threat. She seemed to love her
I'm playing it from TikTok.
summer with someone else's child, forgetting her own. Now, anyone who's
It's on
steadfast in
TikTok
finding Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is
under the
met
Fairness
with
Act.
threats, fake profile harassment, and legal action, gag orders, First Amendment rights stripped. Every day I truly feel like I wanted to apologize, but every day I wanted to scream at every state and federal representative for the state of Tennessee and ask them, can you not see what's happening in this county? What mother steals her missing child's name out of the mouth of people who want him found?
Damn, boy, how the
Why is nothing
tables
being
have
done
turned.
about the threats to the people searching? Then I want to ask my extended family, why are you all so quiet? Do you think this is okay? I don't. If you did nothing wrong, prove us wrong. Let people search without fear, hang flyers without getting police called on them, and show his name and picture. Stop spending your time and money in court on lawyers silencing people over lies. Let people help bring him home. Otherwise, tell us what happened. That was pretty emotional.
I cried for days before I wrote that. And
That was pretty emotional. And your family has been, for the most part, silenced. Is there a
Yes.
reason? I mean, I know that most of your family had already previously been doxxed.
yeah. And even though they were doxxed, I mean, my family is normally not quiet. So I'm actually surprised I haven't been getting a lot of response from them. But,
Go ahead.
you know, I have seen posts on other pages, you know, questioning who I am. Trust me, I am who I am.
Okay, let me just say this. Nobody was playing Clue from her channel. First of all. Number two, what I was playing was on TikTok. And number three, Clue is in the description. I'm using it under the Fair Use Act. She's welcome to use mine anytime she wants. It's okay. So moving along.
I am who I say I am. I have receipts.
Yes.
But
everybody and their mother is going to play it.
Yes, you don't need to produce your receipts on here, but
no.
she's produced receipts. So, and just for clarification, so everybody knows, you haven't really seen Katie in a while, correct?
I have not seen her since her grandfather, my Uncle Don, died. And that was in 2015. And I
heard, go ahead.
I did get to meet Sweet Sebastian then.
Aw. And I did hear that was her favorite uncle. Can you give me a little?
That was her favorite grandfather. That was her
grandfather, not uncle. That's right. You corrected me on that once before. Can you give us a little bit of family history? We want to be respectful, but just to give a little history. Give me just a second. I've got it on here. Just want to explore the history who you are to Katie. Oh, we already
Thank you,
did that. And explore
Pamela.
your new
Appreciate
unique
your love.
relationship with Katie.
It's very kind of you, my dear. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you. Your doggy's so cute.
Where she was born, how close the family was, just some family dynamic stuff, if you don't mind.
Thank you, Patricia.
When
Listen
she
to
was
this.
born, she was not around the family. Her mother was married in West Virginia, and she did not come to our side of the family until she was like 8 or 9ish.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, her grandma and grandfather, they doted over her.
Very protective of her as well, too.
Yes. She was a very coddled person. And everybody in the family, anytime we saw my Uncle Don and Aunt Suzanne, how's Katie? How's Katie? Because, she wasn't with them long. She went to live
Guys, I'm so sorry. My mic was up really high. If I blared your ears out the last 1 hour, I apologize.
with her dad. And I know everybody says her Aunt Penny, but it was in between her dad and her Aunt Penny, David Payne and her Aunt
I do,
Penny,
Deanna.
but mostly with her dad, David. And we would always ask, how's Katie? How's Katie? Oh, she's doing great. Oh, she's doing great. And, when she graduated, I had lived in North Carolina next to her, and was and still am very close to her aunt and uncle there. I remember my Uncle Don and Aunt Suzanne came in town to visit, and it was right when Katie graduated, and she was going
Hey,
to
Mom.
culinary school, and she was a chef at a really nice restaurant.
It was on Clues Mob. That's who it was on. Good to see you, my friend. Edgar came up. He was very, very mad at Yada. You're good. And he told Yada to stick her nose out of it. Don't talk about KK. Don't talk about him. Don't talk about even Seth. It's a mess.
Restaurant at the Virginia Beach oceanfront. And she's doing great, but that was a really hard time in her life. There was a lot going on at that time when she was 17, before she turned 18. And it had nothing to do with Seth.
Gotcha. That was my next question is, did you ever know about
Had nothing to do with Seth.
No, she had a boyfriend that wasn't Seth.
That is correct. That is correct. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. How about Chris? Did you ever know about Chris or ever meet Chris?
No. After she moved away, she had left, and she had Sebastian when she was 19.
Right.
But they were married by then. And
closer to 20, right?
Yeah, closer to 20. But and Seth got permission from my Uncle Don to marry her.
Gotcha.
And I will tell you, my uncle.
Oh, he got permission from Uncle Donnie. Interesting.
Don is a very religious, honorable man.
Yeah. What was your back in the day whenever you saw Katie? Did you want to explore on that a little bit more about the uncle? And did you have any other information like, how did he, I guess, if maybe
Crazy.
how did Seth approach your uncle
God.
to ask him for Katie's hand in marriage?
I don't know exactly how it happened, but the fact that he did it, and well, let me put it this way. The fact that my Uncle Don gave his permission, I will tell you, means a lot.
Gotcha.
Because of my Uncle Don's very strong faith in his religion and his love of God.
That's right. You're right, Mohawk. I remember that.
He would not have given just any Joe Schmo permission to marry Katie. Katie was very much.
Angie? Nope. I haven't even talked about the 3 a.m. car impound. And it wasn't me that said the 3 a.m. car was impounded. It was another creator. That's what we were going to talk about. I personally have no idea if any car was impounded. Another creator said that. You see where it says those question marks, 3 a.m. car impounded, question mark, question mark? That's what I wanted to talk about because I have no knowledge of that. Uh, so there's that. Nobody's ever told me. Now, I asked the question the other day. I wonder if they have taken the car, impounded the car. Now, another person uh, last night said they contacted their source and said the car was impounded. So I don't know.
I want to say his pride and joy.
But let me just make this one more clear. Uh, that is never, I have no information of if a car was impounded or not. That did not come from me. I asked the question the other day if I wonder if law enforcement has found this car, taken the car, but another creator last night said, I guess one of their sources. Thank you, Lil Red. It's been longer. I know it's had, but love you. Thank you so much, Lil Red. Appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. Lake said there was a creator last night on their live that said they contacted a source and they are alleging that a car has been impounded. I have not received Mob. I don't know if you've ever heard that. I've not gotten any information that any car was ever impounded at all. So there's that. But you know, I know that someone came in here just a little bit ago and said that at night said, please don't talk about the 3 a.m. car or whatever. But I respectfully decline that because I want to clear up what I want to clear up. And I want to talk about what I want to talk about. And there's that. What did Mom say? My sources say no. Just check if that's the real Mob crew, guys. Just to make sure, Mob. Sorry. You can call in or you can come up on panel if you want. It's up to you. They said it was a rumor at night. Well, I mean, you know, I'm just saying that the creator, I'm not, I don't have an opinion about it either way because I have no information either way, right? Another creator said it was, they're saying it's not. The same thing is everyone says on YouTube. One says this, one says that. I have no knowledge either way if that car was okay. Hold on one second, Mom. I'm gonna send you something. There we go.
What was your fondest memory of Katie?
I think when she
I personally, this is just my opinion. I don't think we're going to know. No disrespect to anybody. I don't think we're going to know whether the car is impounded or not, or any car is impounded or not. I believe that law enforcement probably knows what vehicle it is. Is it possible that they could have? Absolutely. But none of my sources say that. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And I think Mob is the same sources Mob is talking about is his sources are saying, no as well. So that's why I put the question mark there. Actually, 2 question marks. You're welcome.
first got there, I think because it was, and I don't want to go into, what happened,
Right.
and,
Yeah, we're
um,
not going to touch that subject.
no, and
Yada is KK's second cousin. Say KK's second cousin.
it has nothing to do with this. But she was a cute, cute little girl. Just even at 8, 9 years old, she was just a cute little strawberry blonde. She was, and kind of, she was headstrong. Don't get me wrong, headstrong. But she had the cute,
That's a good character. That's a good character, and a person. I personally like headstrong people at times. Sometimes
it's a Rosenbaum trait. I will tell you that much.
Gotcha.
8 out of 10 of them headstrong. But she was just the cutest thing, even for an 8, 9-year-old.
Exactly, Mom.
She was spoiled. I don't think there was ever anything she asked for that she didn't get, and knew how to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But we would, like I said, we would get updates and stuff, and occasionally, Aunt Suzanne or somebody would say, well, she wants this, and we'll make sure she gets it. But no, they couldn't say no.
Right.
It was, everybody, you would catch people say, oh, poor Katie.
Mm-hmm.
CB, so what I'm not trying to speak for Mob, but I think he is saying the exact same. He said he agreed with me. I have not been able to verify that any car was impounded. Mob has not been able to verify any car was impounded. At night, I just looked 3 hours ago. They put out a tweet about, we urgently implore the public to stop spreading unverified speculation and rumors, particularly surrounding the alleged, quote, 3 a.m. car impounded tied to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers' disappearance. As of now, there is no verified evidence or official confirmation from law enforcement supporting that narrative. I know, Regina. I agree with that. I think Mob agrees with it. We're just saying no sources that I've had, Mob has has said that there is a 3 a.m. car. Now, there was a creator last night who said they checked with a source, and their source said that the 3 a.m. car was impounded. Now, that's their work. That's what they said. But, my sources, mob sources, and I guess at night is, saying the same thing. So there's that. The only people that know if it is really impounded is LE, and they ain't talking. Yeah, that's exactly right, Eileen. I don't think we are going to know either way, right? We weren't supposed to know about the car or the flashlights to begin with. We were not supposed to know about the landfill to begin with. Those things leaked. So there's a lot of things that law enforcement does. Most things that law enforcement does, we don't know until there's an arrest. We'll know more. And, if it is taken to court, that's that. And that's all I'm saying.
But she knew it. She always, as she got older, she knew what she wanted, and she
Right, D. Marie. Yes.
wasn't gonna. She's just gonna do what she wants.
Gotcha.
Oh,
And
absolutely. Absolutely, they would know, Nyla. Absolutely. Whoever. Yeah, I mean, I wish it were true. Yeah, but they're not going to share. They're not going to share details. Police would not share details. Neither would the person that they took the vehicle from. They're not going to say, "Hey, police took my car in such and such month, or days, weeks, months, a year after." They're not going to. They're not going to do that. Justin, in the beginning, there was an abandoned CR on the road with no plate on it. More that likely that was towed and impounded. Yes. Yes. I do remember that. Actually, I think I have a photo of that vehicle, which is interesting. We need to look into that a little bit closer, because in my opinion, when it does come to that vehicle, I think that there was either no license plate, or it was covered, or the lights from the plate was covered. So that's interesting. But I can't remember how far that CRW, I think it was a Honda CRW, was found. It was close, or both. Yeah, it was close though. It was on the dispatch call. You know what I need to get? We need to listen to the dispatch for that, the entire few days of Sebastian's disappearance. Because we just hear when he first disappeared, which is very, very important. But we have, I want to hear like all of it. And you got to realize there's more than you're going to hear, and it's going to be, some things are going to be hard to decipher from it just being other calls that the police are on versus what you're listening to related to Sebastian. So if anyone has like the entire day, or the first few days, that would be great. I need to go through that. I think that would be very, very interesting. Even days prior to see if there was any issues, Kristen says. Yeah, perhaps, but I think particularly that day Sebastian went missing, because we got to remember they thought this was Sebastian walked out of his house. This was an autistic boy who just, eloped. Do you think Yada was threatened? By who? I just think Yada likes to talk. Justin, why do you think they towed that car? The CRV? Is that what you mean? If they towed the CRV, I mean, it was just sitting on the road without a license plate. Whoever that was. CP sounded weary and tired. I'm kind of shocked. I mean, I would say so. I think everyone's, I think they're tired. I think Seth's tired. I think everyone's pretty much tired. It's became a lot about everything else except for Sebastian, unfortunately. Threatened by the one that's been doing all the threats. I don't know. It's a good question. Google says the bail agency is discharged from the case, likely due to final deposition, like a plea or just. Who are you talking about, Daisy Duke? Probably Tugs, probably right about that. Never heard CP with such a shaky voice. His voice was shaky. It really was. I think there's a lot going on. I really do. I think there's a reason, in my opinion, why they are no longer have a good relationship with law enforcement, allegedly. Make sure to Google what closed bond means. Whose bond are we talking about? Yeah, it's me, Jen. You can go back here and listen to it. Does anyone know when they will air the interview? The interview will be aired at the end of this month, April, or the 1st of May, from what I understand as of now. I am glad that KK, Edgar, and Seth all did it. I think that needs to happen more. And, the thing has just always been, one of the main questions is why? Why are you not participating in doing interviews for your child? That doesn't make sense. Why did you go sit in a fifth wheel shortly after Sebastian went missing? Why the hell did you go less than 50 hours or something like that after Sebastian went missing? You went straight back down to get your fifth wheel. And he said we, and then I can 100% say this, and that is, I will not say allegedly on this. 2 people was with him that evening. There's that.
She graduated very well. From what I understand, she was a great cook. But
A lot. A lot.
She wasn't a bonding person, except for now with her.
Okay. She wasn't a bonding person. Now, we know that, bonding is very important. I think Seth had Sebastian more of when he was little, and it seemed that KK had Sebastian more of when he was older.
Her grandpa, my Uncle Don, my Aunt Suzanne, and like her uncle and aunt in North Carolina. And I'm not going to name any names, but she was very close to them.
So got a secret. Can you keep it? Yes. Their interviews were separately. From what I understand, it's supposed to be a big part of the show, Sebastian, or even allegedly a full show. I know that they interviewed Edgar and KK at least an hour and a half. At least an hour and a half. And did the same for Seth. Right? So I think that this was one that KK and Edgar could not say no to, in my opinion. It would, America's Most Wanted. That's what they do. You can't say no to America's Most Wanted. If they ask you, that's going to look really, really bad, in my opinion. So I think, yeah, they're naturally going to say yes to this. Remember, Edgar said he only wants national interviews now, which, let's be real, any interview that they do, it doesn't matter if it's local or if it's a national news, it's still international because it's going to be played on YouTube. People are going to see it. You should want anybody to see, just anybody to do an interview with. It's going to be played anywhere. Oh, Lisa, I'm so sorry. I see people. Is Bob not doing good? We have surgery tomorrow. It's very weak. We've been 37 days this time of coming off. Oh my God, Lisa. Bob, oh, please give Bob our love, Lisa. Sorry. I know he was just in the hospital for over 3 months.
There was a little thing that happened right about the time her and Seth got married that was going on, another rift in the family. But
That's a good point too, Mohawk. Only wanted national news, yet did 2 local news interviews. You got me there.
which is why I never met Seth, because he did not come to my to my Uncle Don's funeral, but they were still married.
Gotcha.
Where were the interviews done shortly after disappearance of Sebastian Jules to Cali? Thank you so much. The first interview that they ever did was, in my opinion, I call it the test interview. It was with a small YouTuber, very small YouTuber, smaller than me, and they did it on there. And then they did 2 local interviews. From what I understand, that Edgar was allegedly really nasty to the news about what was it, being in the neighborhood or taking a picture of his house or something like that. I can't remember. But it was something to do allegedly with that. So the first interview was on YouTube. and the second and third, which they were done either the same day or the day after one another, and it was 8 days into Sebastian going missing. I call it the dry run. Yep, I agree, Mohawk. Exactly. That's exactly what I think it was. Holly, yes, in my opinion, a few creators are gassing CP up. Perhaps. I think that people on here make things more dramatic than what they actually are for it sells better for them, if you get my drift. I think they really amp things up, or they put, well, why did this happen? Well, why did this happen? What did he ask you about that Diet Coca-Cola? They'll talk like, well, what did he ask you about that Diet Coke? Huh? Oh, man. He said you wanted lime? No. That is insanity. That is insanity.
Is that when she that's when she brought Sebastian, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, and what was Sebastian's demeanor meeting new people for the first time?
Do I have background music on?
He was a cute little smiley thing, but not the kind that would come up and go to strangers.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have background music?
But
let me check.
He knew like my aunt, and he knew Francis, and which kind of shocked me. But so the people that he did know, he would go with them, and we would be introduced. And I was only at that particular day, I was only there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. But God, he was cute. But there wasn't a lot of mother-son kind of, oh, come here, baby. And it wasn't that. It was like, but there was a lot of people coming and going, and I think that was a lot of overstimulation.
Gotcha.
So she's saying, she's saying there's not, wasn't like, oh, come here, baby, or anything like that. But I wonder, she's talking about overstimulation. I think that weekend, in my opinion, was, yes, Robin, was a lot of overstimulation. I mean, most people don't do that much stuff in a weekend like that. I mean, grocery shopping twice, bragging about your spaghetti pancake and telling us to Google it. It's just weird. I will say, and guys know I don't like conspiracies or anything, but I do think it's weird that photo of Sebastian at Costco, like the receipt is right in front of him. You know what I mean? Like the receipt is right in front of him. And I was just, it's like, why is the receipt in front of him?
But, I know he hadn't been diagnosed, but you could tell he was bothered. But still,
bothered by the strange people, by the overwhelming crowd, or both?
You don't know, Sharon?
We're 100 strong. Coming and going. This is in their house in Chesapeake. Coming and going, coming and going, coming and going.
Yes,
that's a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, especially to a kid that's not accustomed to that coming and going.
And, he was like 7.5, maybe 7-ish. This is in May of 2015 when he died. So yeah, that's a lot of stimulation for a young kid, especially
Yeah.
when they didn't know fully what was going on. I don't think he had been fully diagnosed at that point.
Now, your family had been doxxed, and I know that
Mhm.
a lot
Still
of the
being.
still being doxxed, and I know a lot of some of the
Chris.
incorrect. There were a lot of incorrect
Yeah,
allegations
I
that
get
had come out about your family early on in this case. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
Now, did you want to clarify that here, or no? I forgot to ask you.
Well, we were.
Yes, she said it. Yes. Yes, Cajun Juju. That's what I'm saying. She said it here, and not only here, whenever Seth talked about this on Help Me Out, Laura Lodge. That was like the last draw, not for even Seth, but it was for KK, when he called and KK and Sebastian was there. He heard Sebastian, I guess, around the RSO, and he called in a wellness check, and KK flipped her lid on that. So that's crazy. And there's always been, I can't remember who said it first, but there was always this rumor that, I'll say it's a rumor, that allegedly Sebastian was speaking to his grandmother just that like Saturday, I think it was Saturday, before he went missing. Now, again, I can tell you that the grandma, the RSO, she does not have Sebastian. She does not have Sebastian at all. Because I've had a lot of people come to me and be like, Justin, is it possible that she has Sebastian? She doesn't. Her house has been checked multiple times. And I know that. Factually know that. And you got to remember, because she is an RSO, when you are a felon, you don't have the same constitutional rights as someone who was not a felon. And especially if you are an RSO, authorities can walk in your house at any time they want, if they feel it is justified to make sure that nobody is in there. So they can go in her house and have to make sure that he's not there, and he's not. KK's mom does not have Sebastian. No worries, Sheila. My nerves are shot. Here's you a 6-pack of Diet Pepsi. How you doing? Thank you so much, girl. Why is your nerves shot? Thank you so much for the 6-pack. Cheers. Cheers, my dear. Really do appreciate you. And thank you, Miss Serenity. A creator, can't remember who, did a side-by-side of Sebastian at Costco, and then when he was at Texas Roadhouse, and he looks younger at Costco. He does. I agree. I don't know if it's just the angle, the lighting, or what. He does look younger at the Costco. You're right. He does. But there's a receipt laid out there. Now, there's that. Or parole. Yes. Yeah. When you are a felon of any sort, especially a RSO, they can come in your house without any sort of warrant at all.
There were
Because
some people.
it kind of goes into the other stuff. So I was
Yeah, it
unsure.
does. Well,
Yeah.
there were some people that, when the picture of Grandfather Mountain came out, there was some people in a particular group.
Oh, Carla, there's 5 CPS reports, 100%. That's not even debatable. It's not even debatable. There are also reports that Sebastian is with his therapist, and I can that are, and again, those are not protected like the CPS is, and those are, from what I have heard, are really, really, really bad. Really bad. I mean, Seth had to get an attorney to get the CPS reports. He's the father, right? And it's, it's hard for anyone, a parent to get. So there's that. It's not even debatable. It's just really not. Thank you so much, Susan, for 8 months. Really do appreciate you. Good to see you, darling. Yeah, the therapist notes. And I just don't think that they would want that out, in my opinion.
That started doxing all of
Bad.
the women in the Rosenbaum family, including Katie's biological mother, and even my mother, who was 77 and was in intensive care, who had just had a heart attack, who looked nothing like this woman on Grandfather Mountain. Her aunt.
Did I miss something about Grandfather Mountain? Yeah, Carla, we're played it, but we're going to play more in just a second. Just kind of going over what Yada said in the past and now.
In North Carolina, my cousin in another part of North Carolina. I mean, they were pulling private.
Oh. I went there. The one in North Carolina. Okay. I said I missed it. Good Lord, I'm such a blonde sometimes. Ugh. I went there. To the place where they thought it was, some people thought it was Sebastian. And it wasn't. They contacted the family and they confirmed that it was not Sebastian at all. Wish it was. Yeah, I know. God, I'm so dumb sometimes. I think the Costco photo was altered, and CP said it was taken on a Saturday. Yeah, I want to know why Mr. Edgar Scene doesn't talk about Sunday afternoon. Justin, you took us with you on that live. Yes, I did take you with me on that live. And let me tell you something. That's a very neat place. If you can ever go there, it's a very neat place. It really is. I'll play it, soldier. They have. It was about this time of year, actually, a little bit later than this, probably. Last year, and it was like you're way ass up on a mountain, huge mountain, and there's like, the weather kind of blows in and it rains, and there's like these big waterfalls that come off the mountains and all that. It's right at what's the Blue Ridge? It's in the Blue Ridge Parkway. Beautiful place. I do recommend going, especially if you're into nature. You can go there. You can camp even. You can go there for like a picnic with your family, and it's a beautiful
The
drive.
photos, they were posting addresses, putting them on this fit. Well, she looks like her. And they would literally, at one point, they went to the mother's house.
How was what confirmed, D Green?
Some of these people that lived in that area, and police had to be called. And that's when I got the message. And like I said, I will fight tooth and nail for my family if we are being wronged. And I sent a private message to the administrator and notified them that this was private and not for public dissemination. This is a cease and desist. Look, you can say what you want to on the investigation, but our family has nothing to do with it. What you find out about Chris and Katie.
Well, LeQuint, the reason is, I mean, CPS reports are a very protected thing, very protected, and rightfully so. And unfortunately, Seth was duped, if you will, by someone that was at his home, that he had and when he was asleep, they got and forward from his emails, and so that is the reason you see nobody that has had those reports put those out, because if those go out, if anybody puts those reports out, that will be very, very bad for them. Very bad for them, because he's a child, and that is a protection. CP said himself, the same lady with a different case showed up the second time. Yeah. Hey, it's you again. She said, hey. That's how he says it. Yeah. There's absolutely 5. In fact, now, I don't know if there's technically 6 or technically 5, because when a child goes missing, legally, law enforcement must notify CPS or DHS, whatever it is, where you live. Now, CPS or DHS can choose to open a case or choose to not open a case. It varies. Now, there had already been reports from their house, at least allegedly 5 reports in 14 months. I think it is 5 reports in 14 months. So they're probably going to open a case. They opened a case with they allegedly opened a case with Sebastian, rather. They did that in Summer Wells' case, in Michael Vaughn's case, in Idaho. They did not. They did not open a case. Justin, could we have a random CPS worker as a guest on your show? Yes. We can't. I had a retired worker on my show before. If they're active, they generally won't come on and speak. But if they're retired, a lot of times they will. But that's on my Justin for All channel. Blue Angel, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much, honey. Really do appreciate your support very much. New Mexico is CP's daughter. Yeah, and I can. There's more. I wish I could. There's a lot of history. I'll just say that. There's a lot of history.
Or Seth, or if you find out anything about Sebastian, help yourself. But stop with this. And after my post, it started all over again.
Gotcha. And then, you know, there were rumors. We're going to get into the conversation here in just a moment about, you know, where you were, you know, how, when you learned about the whole situation. But I'm kind of jumping ahead a little bit. Just, I asked you because there were rumors going around that it's possible that someone in your family is holding Sebastian either against his will, willingly, but is helping, you know, the mom, you know,
1,000%. 1,000%. Okay. If the CPS reports were fake, then why didn't Edgar address it the last time he came up? Not today, but the time before that when he was triggered, and say, I don't know how many reports there are. What? You don't know how many reports there are? Come on. He wouldn't answer it. Because why? Why? That's ridiculous.
hide Sebastian from Seth. Do you know anybody in your family that has Sebastian or is hiding Sebastian in any way?
Probably Lisa.
No, I do not. And if I did know, I would be the first to call the FBI or dog. And if I ever caught wind of it, I would be the first to call.
Susan, thank you so very much. Really do appreciate you. Terry F, thank you so much. 7 months. Appreciate you both very much for your support. Thank you guys. Can't do it without you. Listen to this. Hold on.
And if I did know,
Hiding
Listen to
Seth.
this.
Do you know anybody in your family that has Sebastian or
Listen
is
to
hiding
this.
Sebastian
Listen to
in
this.
any way?
Listen to this.
no, I do not. And if I did know, I would be the first to call the FBI or dog. And if I ever caught wind of it, I would be the first to call.
Or call FBI or dog. She was the one, allegedly, that reached out to at night. Not the other way around. Not the other way around. When he went on Smiley's is when Seth found out that there was CPS. Yes, that's exactly right. Seth had no idea that there were these reports. He was in the dark. And that's why he got the attorney to get them. That's the whole point. The whole point.
Right.
Because he needs to be back. But
Now, Francis was one, you know for a fact Sebastian is not with Francis. Am I correct about that? Or what would you like to say about that?
well, I know for a
What do
fact
you
he
mean?
was not there in June because
Okay.
there was somebody else there in June and he was not there in June. So, and I do not believe for 1 second.
Sorry, I'm so Appalachian sometimes. Wretched. Reached. I said wretched. Oh, Lord. Wretched souls. Wretched souls. That's what I meant. Wretched souls.
Well, you know what? I do not know for a fact, and I'm not going to say I know for a fact because I don't. Do I think he would be there? No, because Suzanne lives there, and she wouldn't be so desperate to find him.
Gotcha. And she's been working to try to find information.
Yeah, she misses her great grandson.
Right. Is there anything about your history?
He certainly did. Certainly did, Mohawk. CP slipped up when he said, "Oh, it's her again," meaning it was not her first time there. Yeah. "Oh, it's you again." I said, "Hey." He wanted to sound like this was, "Oh, come on in. Come on in." He must have said something. "Come on in." Right. And once we got this story debunked and that story debunked, he had them all tied into one, is what he said. Sebastian knew exactly how to express himself when he felt or something was allegedly being done to him.
About your aunts, uncles, your family dynamic that we didn't cover, because I'm going to be moving forward into fast forwarding to Sebastian here in just a moment, but I want to make sure that I cover everything that you would like to talk about the history. I don't want to pry too much because of the sensitive nature of some of the stuff.
Yeah. He said Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of the house. A 15-year-old who's very young in mind, gonna get you kicked out of your house? Sebastian, first of all, wouldn't know that. Second of all, it wouldn't be up to him. And it's actually not up to CPS or DHS. This is what they can do. They can't kick you out of your house. What they can do is say what they call the alleged perpetrator, which is the one that the allegations of the abuse, neglect, or harm is coming from, needs to be either the child needs to be taken from the house, or you have to voluntarily they have to voluntarily leave the home, right? Let's say it was, for instance, Edgar. If CPS was there and they said, these allegations are against you, these concerns, we're going to do a 60-day study, but this is the fourth, fifth time that we are there. We've been here. So we are either going to, this is just a hypothesis, a theory. We're either going to remove him, or if you don't voluntarily leave. So there's that. And that also, it also requires a judge as well, because nobody can technically kick you out of your own home instantly. You have to voluntarily do that. I did foster care for 11 years, and BFF has been in CPS
that you
for
know about.
decades.
So I just, want to check.
Oh,
your
I need to
comfort
cancel
level.
it. Hold on.
Well, I
Thank
know
you,
after
Noah.
this conversation, everybody's going to be doing all kinds of searches and everything, because I've seen what gets done. Nobody's family is perfect. My family is far from perfect. And, search what you want, say what you want. We grew up loving each other. And like all families, you have tiffs, you walk away, you come back, you do your thing. And there are some bad elements in our family. There are some wonderful elements in our family.
I thought Betty had court today. Did she have court today or tomorrow? Or is it tomorrow? Sebastian did know that CP wasn't supposed to be there that weekend before he went missing, allegedly. Sebastian did know that CP was supposed to be there. It's tomorrow. Okay. Interesting. I thought it was today.
But no matter what, no matter how distant we are, we will come together if something is wrong. I will say this too. This is the quietest my family has ever been about anything.
Which is
I
interesting.
don't mean to pry, but why do you think?
I can't figure it out. I mean, honestly, when I did that post, I was expecting to get bombarded. What are you doing? Why are you, or even something. I've not heard a peep.
Right.
And I know they're on Facebook. I know they're seeing this. Some of them could be in the chat.
Right.
But my parents have not heard anything. I have not heard anything. And I'm honestly shocked, because I am not here to hate anybody. I am here for people to focus on finding Sebastian. Stop hating everybody. Stop this mess. There's too much clutter in all of this. There's a little boy, whether he be alive or not, who deserves to be in the right place. And he is
I agree, Michelle.
a part of my blood. And that's what matters to me. And that's what should matter to everyone with the same last name I have. But I'm not seeing it.
I think, in my opinion, it's very similar to what happened the other day. You see that she was reaching out, according to her, to At Night and them, and they weren't responding to her, and that made him mad. That made another person mad, in my opinion, and it made her mad. If you haven't noticed, they have been, at night, and them, they have, I mean, I guess I don't get on X really, unless like I'm checking something, but I don't like actively get on it and go through all the stuff or anything. But if you notice, as far as the case that everything's going on at night, has been very, very quiet about this. Very quiet. And I just don't think that they're talking. I have not talked to Nick in ages. Like a real conversation. Ages. So if that tells you anything, they are very, very, very quiet.
From the mother. And that's so disheartening because
Supposedly she was on the filing. From what I understand, allegedly she's the one that asked and reached out to at night, allegedly, because she was so upset with allegedly when all of that stuff happened. I guess allegedly Yada was really upset about Queen or something like that. I don't know. You went from gumball to gummy bears, Ginger. That's definitely Ginger.
And I wish I could say I did. I truly have tried. I've prayed, and so many lies online. Just
Have you seen her
Wow.
behave this way ever in the past?
the fake tears. Yeah.
The fake tears. Oh my God. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yodelay. The fake tears. Well, Yada triggers Edgar, that's faux show. Or KK. And he just didn't want to hear. The fake tears. She said that. That is not kind. Justin, so now Yada is saying if Seth did a welfare check on Sebastian, it was out of spite. This is, oh my God. Out of spite. His son, I mean, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? Out of spite? His child is around a RSO at the time. Does people listen? Don't ever trust anybody that flip-flops. Don't ever trust anybody that flip-flops like that. Nope. She goes from fake crying to not being a hands-on, lovey-dovey mother in this, to now, come on. Thank you, Lakeside, my love. Thank you so much. I wouldn't want my kids with an RSO either. It's not only wrong, it's against the law. I do too, Sherry. I do too.
She is what I see is someone on a mission, get what I want, no matter what. And in my opinion, and that's
She's
what I
not.
recognize.
No, she's not, Carla. No, she's talking about it like I am. She's not going on there.
And I see hate, which is scary. And I don't like that. And I can see it.
Oh, she can see it. She can see it because she says she knows a KK when she sees her. Don't forget the wedding.
Oh, suck it now. Oh, suck it now. Oh, suck it now.
Don't forget the Sookie wedding. When Katie Sookies, Yada knows. Yada knows with fake tears, Yada says. And the fake Sookie now. Just saying. Just saying. Mother chickens.
I've seen photos of her that were shared with, from Don and Suzanne and from aunts and uncles of her, just so happy and just super beautiful. And
right. Wouldn't go that far, but
that's
okay.
not her.
I have to agree because I saw some photos of her that Seth had shown me, and wow, what a night and day difference.
I do believe KK has changed since she has married the second time to Edgar Amos, right? I think she is, look, of course this would change you, right? And, since she is married into Cruella's family, just saying, I think it's a change. I do. Royal Blue, thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you very, very much. Good to see you, love. Hope you are well. I see it. I see the change as well.
That is not her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she is not defenseless, and she is not
and that's true.
The controlling type.
And that's true to a point as well. Marriage does change you, and children change you as well. But it can be a positive change, or it can be more of a perhaps negative change, right? It can be something like that for sure.
This whole thing is twisted.
I think the shot up will be in tomorrow to test.
So the facade of her, there's a lot of people that believe that she's kind of this, a battered wife that doesn't speak for herself, is kind of, the impression many people have expressed.
I'm not believing that. She is a strong person. Do I believe she has after effects or probably some issues from years ago? Absolutely. Who wouldn't?
Right.
But I don't think there
That was earlier
are
today.
issues in the way of, I think there are more issues of temper.
That was earlier today.
Gotcha. But you yourself have never seen her.
I guess the word is
Oh, she's breaking up here.
when something happens in this family, you know, somebody has their home phone in one hand and their cell phone in the other, and it's like a game of, what is that pillow talk or whatever, where it's like going through the whole chain.
Mm-hmm.
No, phones didn't ring.
When did you learn about it from the aunt? Was it days, weeks, months?
It was about a month. It was after the first couple of interviews, and I had to go back and watch them because I had been chatting with her. It was probably mid-March.
Mm.
No, late March.
Wow.
Because we were talking about some events that go on here where I live, and me possibly taking a trip down there. It was late March, yeah.
So a whole half of the family was completely in the dark about a missing relative for well over a month to well over a month.
Oh yeah.
Did
Do you
Yada,
know how
hold
the
on.
aunt heard about it? Was it through another?
Did Yada ever say that she doesn't speak to her family or her family doesn't speak to her? I don't know. Will more than likely. Who knows? It's emotional today. This is. I don't think he was. Yes, they do not speak. I don't think he was. I think he was angry today. Is what I think they were. All right, Shirley. None of this one, not on this one, but she did say she doesn't. Clues. Well, she said she doesn't after Edgar said, well, you know why the family doesn't speak to you. And she's like, yeah. And he's like, but we won't go into that though, will we? So that's interesting. You know, why do they not speak to her? Is it because, you know, is it because she's a loose wire? Or is it because something happened? You know, well, I'm sure something happened, obviously. I feel like Yada is easily influenced for those professional manipulators and gaslighters who will twist her words, in my opinion. I think she just wants attention to anyone who will give it to her about this. I do believe she wants Sebastian found. I think everyone wants Sebastian found. I'm so late. Is there a video of BHB hearing today, or was that, or even a hearing? Yeah, they said the hearing's tomorrow. I was thinking it was today, but I don't get into a lot of the court stuff. What did War say? CP never met her, so how is he talking on secondhand stuff? There's that as well. I thought Edgar said some was on panels before that KK doesn't even know Yada. this quote yada person. DC, I don't think he was emotionally shattered, in my opinion. There's that.
Other family member, or do they just
Well, she's
learn
close.
about it?
She's the one that's very close to her.
And to be honest with you, we don't know what anyone would do, any of them would do years ago, right? I don't think Yada knows what KK would do years ago, or Seth years ago, because apparently she wasn't even in the family. You know what I mean? And that's what was, the argument was over, was whenever when Seth called in a welfare check, because she was allegedly KK had Sebastian around all of them. When CP comes out to talk, someone is striking a chord, in my opinion. I agree. I believe she has nothing to offer finding Sebastian. I agree with that, DC. I certainly do. I think she brings, I don't even know if I was going to say, I thought she, maybe not. Yes, sidetrack. I'm getting ready to play this. Credit goes to War Dam Eagle. Link will be provided in the description if they want me to. So today.
Easiest way to go about things.
Yeah, I have it.
Thank you.
And
Here we go.
I'm sorry that you were intimidated, Miss Yada.
well, they keep talking about threats and fear, and the only time the only people that have really put me in true fear were them.
It's ironically what the tacos reported back too. So you've never been threatened or fearful of me, have you?
Taco? He's still around? Taco?
No,
You probably don't even know who I am.
no. The only I didn't even know your name until it was like in the injunction. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And what you
I've
do?
not even read the
Nothing.
injunction. I don't give a shit
And
about
then this whole cycle came around again the other day when Betty did this whole rant about Francis and, Katie bringing Sebastian to the funeral, which, by the way, there was always 30 to 40 people coming and going.
God.
Now, the question is, this is the funeral whenever KK's grandma died, correct? The one she was close to.
To my aunt's house. My aunt, which Sean had always respected. And yes, Francis was there, it was her father, but my cousin and his wife stayed the night over there for the funeral too. And
stayed over where? Who was all staying where? DC, I thought it was today, but I guess it's tomorrow. Where were they staying? I took many screenshots, and one of Edgar's names on here is Head. See. Let's go back and rewind that a second.
Always 30 to 40 people coming and going to my aunt's house. My aunt, which Sean had always respected. And yes, Francis was there. It was her father. But my cousin and his wife stayed the night over there for the funeral.
Francis was there?
But,
Hold
and
on.
yes, Francis was there. It was her father. But my cousin and his wife stayed the night over there for the funeral too.
So Francis was there at the night too. So that's the thing. That's the entire thing. Nobody wants a child, and it's illegal.
And
especially after what happened to him before. Especially what happened to him before. That's ludicrous. Just remember, Francis also has a home on the property just steps away. I didn't know that, but that's insanity. That's insanity. I don't think anybody could stand up for that. No.
By no means would my Aunt Suzanne ever put Sebastian in a position of in harm's way, ever. And he knows that.
Nobody is saying your Aunt Suzanne is putting them in harm's way. It's about KK. It's about KK allowing this. That's what it's about. Oh my God. Wow. It's unbelievable. This is why Seth was upset. Who the wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? Hey, Melissa.
And when Beth gets here, I'm trying to confirm this whole welfare check call. If he did that, it was for spite. Because he knows.
You are smoking something, in my opinion. Yada said there is no paperwork saying Francis can't be around Sebastian. DC, a registered S offender cannot be around children. There is no paperwork. You have limited rights when you are a felon. Right. She is on probation for 99 or 90 some years. And let's say a S offender would be, which I can't even imagine, but around children. And something happened that all three parents agree on. Horrible happened to Sebastian in California under you know whose roof. Why would anyone subject a child, much less a child with special needs. Just can't imagine.
That Sebastian would have been with his great grandma Suzanne.
Have you and your
I
family
never once
been
heard,
visited by the police?
nobody ever once mentioned to me anything about him doing that. And I've talked to him a few times, and he knew I was at the funeral, and he never once mentioned anything about him having to do a welfare check. There was no written agreement that Sebastian couldn't be anywhere near his grandmother. I mean, he just didn't want her near him, which I wouldn't want.
And let me tell you something. I'm right here in Virginia, and Virginia is a Commonwealth state, and we have some of the strictest laws on RSOs in the country, thankfully. You know, it's not going to be, you know, after she either serves time or she's never most likely going to get off probation because it's 90 some years. There is no paperwork that says this person is not allowed around a certain child. That's just not the way it works. In fact, in Virginia, they have to register, I believe, every 3 months. Every 3 months. That's right. RSOs of any kind, there is no rehabilitation. That is the entire point that we have a registry, an RSO registry, is because there is no rehabilitation at all. That's why you have to constantly know where they live, where they are in your neighborhood, if they are in your neighborhood registered, and why we have to keep a constant watch, because there is no rehabilitation. You cannot fix that. It's nothing that will ever be fixable. Oh God,
Her left alone with him but he was there with his great grandma.
So the rumor about Sebastian being left with Katie's mother, you find to be untrue.
There's no way.
Thank you.
Katie would not do that.
That's important.
No way in hell.
I don't want to go on elephant in the room, but is this like Chris on panel?
You know it.
Another one.
Oh,
And I've been listening the whole time. Good afternoon, Miss Shada. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, I'm not so fine with you right now, to be honest with you.
Okay. Virginia Law 18.2-370.2. In additional, he shall be forever prohibited from going for the purposes of having any contact whatsoever with children who are in custody within, hold on, let me make sure this is right. I want to make sure this is right. Sex offender prohibiting proximity to children. Yes. In addition, he shall, meaning he or she, shall forever prohibit from going for the purposes of having any contact whatsoever with children who are not in their custody within 100 feet of any premises of any place owned or operated by any locality that he or she knows or has reason to know, any also playgrounds, athletic fields, facilities, or gymnasiums. Every adult who is convicted of an offense prohibiting proximity to children when the offense occurred on or after July 1st, 2000, I don't know when hers was, shall be part of the sentence be forever prohibited from loitering within 100 feet of any child or any premises, any place he or she is known, or any reason known as proximity, any high schools, anything like that. Every adult who's convicted of any offense prohibiting the proximity of children. Okay, that's, yeah, no playgrounds, anything like that as well. There's just no fucking way.
Fine.
Because I have not had the pleasures of ever seeing you face to face. And after speaking with your family, we won't ever see face to face.
Oh my
Oh, that's fine
I
with
God.
me
don't
too.
appreciate you opening your mouth and inserting yourself.
Yes. Lisa, no contact means no text, no emails, no FaceTime, right? Yes. It's the way I've always, the constitutional is it's limited. Didn't Yada get mad and call one day when you posted Francis RSO mugshot? Why would she stick up for that? Yes, that's what it was. Yep. I was talking about something about, I don't even know if I didn't even show her, I didn't even show her mugshot. I think I just showed a picture of her or something like that, and she got really mad. Say anything about Seth making the welfare? Justin, did Yaya say anything about Seth making the welfare check on BHB? I don't know. CP almost sounds like he's crying. His voice is shaky. My voice does that when I get really upset too. It happens to me as well. It's like I lose my breath. I get so fired up, or I get hurt. My voice gets I get emotional. My voice gets shaky as well.
Into a situation you got no business being in. No,
I'm just here clearing up some lies.
No,
that
you're not
have been
clearing
said
up
about
air,
Katie and her
ma'am.
mom.
No, you're not. You're not clearing up anything. All you're doing is jumping from panel to panel, to person to person, and getting yourself involved in something you don't need to be involved in. You really
I have
don't.
not. Okay, whatever.
Ma'am,
Clue,
do
if you have any more
honestly think
questions.
With
that the
Edgar,
videos out there
Well,
aren't still out there?
Maybe hear
Today.
him out, you know?
Oh, I know what he's
That's
talking about,
fair.
but what I'm saying is I've heard so many lies that I'm trying to clear them up. And they're
Right,
back
Hear
so-
on
him out.
Katie
Hear
about
him
being
out,
around
Hear
her
me out for a minute.
mom.
So hear me
Peter,
out
hear
for a
him
minute.
out.
Okay? Maybe you wouldn't have to clear up some lies if you didn't get involved. That's what I'm getting at. You inserted yourself into something you're not a part of. You haven't seen Katie since that funeral. You really haven't. You have not been a part of Katie's life. You have no involvement with Sebastian, with Seth, with me, my wife, any part of that family. You don't. But you have inserted yourself for no good reasons. Now, when was the last time?
Now, what was it that Edgar got mad about on when it was Seth and Edgar and all of them on panel? What was it that he got mad about? Yes, Steph. I can't remember what it was. Does he sound like me? Knew RSO was on at funeral. She messed up, in my opinion. Does he sound like me? Does he sound like to me? He knew RSO was at the funeral, in my opinion. She messed up, in my opinion. Perhaps Cruella was local variety at Mommy Socks. He got mad about that, but oh no. It was no. What was it? Was the PI girl at the time who said something about KK's family. Do y'all remember what it mean? Doesn't sound like he knew RSO was at the funeral. DC, when you say he, do you mean Seth or do you mean Edgar? Chloe says she knew about the mother. Yeah, he got hot. Mad when Seth asked him if his mama had Sebastian. Yes, but I'm talking about remember when Edgar called and said, it was the call when Edgar said, Seth won't open I promise you he won't open his mouth again. But CP brought it up. He got mad when Seth mentioned Mommy Socks about the card being. Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the PI, Chloe, said there's stuff that happened and years ago that I haven't even brought out or said. And then Edgar said when she was 18 or something like that. Chloe was on Web Sleuths and said she had reports of mom, but said she wouldn't release them at all. And yes, but that was what we never really understood, was because everyone already knew about, Granny. Well, Edgar, if you're so mad about people talking, tell us where Sebastian is at point blank. Bingo. Yeah, I agree. If everyone truly follows true crime like he claimed, if Edgar truly follows true crime like he claimed, then he would know we dig up everything.
You spoke with your whole family. Let me ask you that question.
With all of them combined,
Good
been a long
proportion.
time.
Exactly. There's a reason for that, ma'am. A real good reason for that. That's not something we're going to air on the show or air out anywhere else. But I would like for you to think about it. I don't
there's a
appreciate
reason.
you.
You probably don't know the right reason.
Well, it's like this. I've talked to enough of the family. I'm willing to listen to you.
Oh, I'm not giving my reason on live.
Yeah, don't.
Okay, well, I would be more than happy to talk to you offline. I'm more than happy to talk to you.
That's a really good idea, actually.
I
I
would
do
be
think
happy to
you
hear
guys
it.
should have a conversation.
I don't think until all this happened with Sebastian, in my opinion, and stuff come out, Mommy Socks or Chris side of the family ever knew about KK's true sick family. Probably not. Hey, Cognates, thank you so much, my dear. CP thought Chloe was the one that got everyone looking into KK's mother. Little did he know, he had to know that was already out there. You know what I mean? Like, he had to know that was already out, because Edgar watches everything. He watches everything. If you pee openly at a schoolyard, you can be charged with. Yes, you can, lady. Yep.
Not
I will
for
ask you publicly from this day forward, don't speak about Sebastian. Don't speak about Katie. Stay out of this situation. You're doing nothing for it. You're already sitting here trying to, what you're calling, squash the lies. That's fine. Squash the lies with the proof. Bring the receipts, bring paper to the table, not verbal. You can't prove a verbal situation unless you have a recorded session of it. So once again, it's your word against everybody else's words, and then so on and so on. So once again, it does nothing for this.
Okay, question. Does anyone know when Grandma was convicted of the RSO? Like when her charges happen? I can tell. I can see him. What was that, Kloops? Telling Sebastian that your words against my word. I'm sure someone in here knows. Someone's got to know in here. It said that after this funeral years, does anybody know? Hell, I've got it somewhere probably, but oh yeah, Cindy Lou. Oh yeah. The streets are on fire. It's public info. Yeah. Hold on, I'll look right here. I've got it somewhere.
So I'm asking you politely. Don't speak about us. So I'm asking you politely.
I just now heard that. No, it can't be that. That's got to be the last time she registered. Okay, 2007, Scott. He says, all right. So this is it. This is from virginialawfirm.net, Virginia S. Crimes Attorney. Can a S offender be around kids in Virginia? Every adult who is convicted of an offense prohibiting proximity, they can't be in proximity to children when the offense occurred on or after July 1st, 2001, shall, as part of his or her sentence, be forever prohibited from going for the purposes of having any contact whatsoever with children who are not in his custody. You cannot go within 100 feet of any child. Edgar watches all y'all because he is. Yeah, I believe it's kind of crumbling.
For this situation. So I'm asking you politely. Don't speak about us anymore. So I'm asking you politely. Don't speak situation. So I'm asking you politely. There's nothing for this situation. So I'm asking you politely. Don't speak about us anymore. Don't bring this up to anybody else because your involvement is not welcomed.
Okay, so
really
Granny, you don't want.
Damn. I am asking you, mother talk politely, mother chicken, you got mother chicken. He sounds like what's that guy off Home Alone? The Marv and them. Your mother chicken, mother chicken. Asking you politely, you mother chicken, mother chicken, mother chicken. One of those. Marv. Sorry. Chris. Sorry, I got into it. He sounds scared, not mad. I think I do too, Ginger. I think it's just he's friggin' out. Steam was coming out of his ears. He is serious. Sounds like Froghorn Leghorn. I'll say it, son. I'll say it, son. I'll say.
That email.
Because your involvement is not welcomed.
Okay,
It's
so
really
Granny,
not.
you don't want that email?
You can get that hurt. I'm telling you from me about my wife, my son, even about Seth. Don't speak about us anymore.
Okay.
Period. You leave it alone. We do not welcome you into this conversation. We don't welcome you into this situation.
Well, I would
Part
love
of
to talk to you privately.
I think that's a great idea.
Or don't bring this up to anybody else because your involvement is not welcomed.
Okay, so
It's really
Granny,
not.
you don't want that email?
Because most situations is word a recorded session of it. So once again, it's your word against everybody else's words, and then so on and so on. So once again, it does nothing for this situation. So I'm asking you politely, don't speak about us. So I'm asking you politely, it's nothing for this situation. So I'm asking you politely, don't speak about us anymore. Don't bring this up to anybody else because your involvement is not welcomed.
Okay, so
It's really
Granny,
not.
you don't want that email?
To the end of my
You can get that hurt. I'm telling you from me about my wife, my son, even about Seth. Don't speak about us anymore.
Okay.
Period. You leave it alone. We do not welcome you into this conversation. We don't welcome you into this situation.
Well, I would
Part
love.
of it.
Now, it's just interesting how it's okay for Edgar to say, don't talk about this or that or whatever, but when someone else says it, they freak out. Not your son, Edgar. Yeah.
To talk to you privately.
I think that's a great idea, actually. Is there, Chris, can I send you her email address?
Well, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
That would be great.
Yeah, Miss Ida, if you want to chat, we can chat on the phone. I'm okay
Send me
with
an
that.
email with a phone number and I'd be happy
Oh
to.
my God. You will, I'm telling you, Edgar will spend at least 2 hours with you on the phone. Guaranteed. Make me wonder if KK put the RSO on FT with faith. What do you mean? Makes me wonder if KK puts the RSO on feet. I don't get what you mean. FT with faith. Do we know what the email is about, Justin? The email. Refresh me, Shirley. The email. What's the email? Someone remind me. Remember, I got the memory of a goldfish. His mom had already came over to his house with the belt. His mom had already come over to the house with the belt. FaceTime, Justin. Oh, makes me wonder if KK puts the RSO on FaceTime with Faith. Oh, well, I can tell you this, Lisa. Whenever that happened to Sebastian in California, Nina was not notified, which is in their agreement. Did I say YouTube agreement? I just read. Which is in their, I was reading Girl Mom, in their custody thing. He didn't. Did you hear what else she said? She was naming everyone that was texting her with her own panel. Supposedly, Betty emailed Yada while on panel threatening her. Would not tell us what it said, but panel guest urged her to call Ellie. I hope not. I hope that did not happen.
I can email her your number if you want me to.
I pray.
I'm fine with that. Either way.
Okay.
I think that's the best way to handle it.
And Granny, once I get your email, I'll send you those emails as well.
Right, Sue.
I really appreciate that, Yada.
Anything you need to do to help her, please. Help her, help everybody in this situation. I'm just asking. Nothing else from here forward. That's all I'm asking.
Oh my God.
Okay.
The hell was that?
Thank you. Appreciate it, ma'am. I look forward to speaking with you.
That'd be great.
I'm gonna hop down. There's some other shit I need to take care of, but thank you.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, ladies.
Bye, Chris.
Bye.
I mean, hell, let's say Sebastian is out there and he came home to his home that he was at the most. Is anybody home? My son, yeah, exactly. If he could. Oh, absolutely, Scotty. Absolutely. Justin emails, in my opinion, she's talking about helping out Emily to help Seth get others who want to help. Flyer, billboards, bumper stickers, even help search emails for anyone wanting to help nationwide. Helping out. Who's Emily? I don't know who Emily is. This is weird, man. This is really weird. Thank you, Dirty Diana. 5 months, love. I think this is all a setup, or Yada was threatened, in my opinion. And I think this was done by chlamydia, in my opinion. You mean Clue 865? Good to see you. He was trying to keep Clue in his pocket, and Clue is something's weird. This is weird. It's weird.
Oh, he got it. All right.
Dirty Diana. Thank you so much for Damn Eagle. We really do appreciate you. This is crazy. I don't think KK is wanting to go to court tomorrow. Oh, I see why y'all are saying that. That's weird. I keep thinking court was today. I see what you're saying. Damn. Makes me wonder if KK is arrested. Make sure I got all y'all's. That's cray cray. She's getting nervous. You think so? Justin, any clue what the email Yada was emailing to concern? Chat's saying that allegedly Betty emailed Yada while she was live. In my opinion, this so-called mother failed this beautiful child for this man. I agree, Sue. I agree. Look what Ray Whitley put on his Facebook. Oh man, what did he put? Let's see. Let's go. Let's see. Let's what did he put? Okay. Ray. I've never looked at his Facebook. 3 hours ago. How interesting. How interesting. Every child deserves to be safe. Speak up. Take action. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. At the Sumner County District Attorney's Office, we are committed to providing the most vulnerable members of protecting the most vulnerable members of our community. Can we give some support for the prosecuting attorney of Sumner County, please? Go, Mari. Go, Mari. Yes, Mari. 3 hours ago. Very interesting. We thank you, Mr. Ray Whitley. Here are some important tips to help keep children safe. 1, if you see something, say something. Everyone is a mandatory reporter of child abuse. If you suspect abuse or neglect, call the DCS hotline. Know the signs. Number 2, unexplained injuries, sudden changes in behavior, fear of certain individuals, or extreme withdrawal can be warning signs of abuse. Trust your instincts. 3, talk to your children. Open conversations about safety boundaries and trusted adults can help children feel empowered to speak up. Number 4, monitor online activity. Be aware of who your children are communicating with and educate them on internet safety. Number 5, support survivors. If a child discloses abuse, believe them, reassure them that it is not their fault, and report immediately. Together, we can work to prevent child abuse and protect the children of Sumner County. I appreciate you so much, Mr. Ray Whitley, and we believe in you. We believe in you, Mr. Whitley, that things that you are going to be one of the biggest instruments in finding and bringing justice to Sebastian Wayne, Drake Rogers, who something was very wrong done to him. A 15-year-old innocent boy, young man, who was crying out to be heard, to be noticed, and to be seen. Justin, knowing you are allowing your child around an RSO, you can get arrested and lose your own children. How many children has she taken photos with? Good question. as well. That should be alarming to anybody. Did you hear Nick? Mr. Bearass was demoted? I don't know about that. Because Mr. Bearass, his son now is one of the producers. We need 20 more thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Let's hit me, baby, one more time. Come on. So we have a chicken party. Listen. We need a chicken party tonight. I hope Nina has all this information. Well, I do know, and I know this 100%, so I won't say allegedly, that when interviews were being done for Sebastian, that in some of them, that CPS was involved in some of those interviews. Did we hit 1,000 thumbs up? Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Appeals courts judges do not play, Brandy and Indy says. Is that Chris? Oh my God. Is that Chris? Is that Chris? Do I have that one? I hope I have it still. I don't know if I have it. Did I take that one down? Please don't tell me I took that one down. Oh, I got it. Oh my God. Look at Chris. Is that Chris?
Christopher! Oh, Chris! Katie! Oh, Katie! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie!
Yada. All you say is yada, yada, yada. You ain't know me. You ain't no KK. You ain't no Seth. You ain't know any of us. So you can just yada, yada, yada.
You asked, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's Sebastian had gotten in trouble. He got caught lying, and I had asked him. I said, "Hey, you got to have a punishment for this." And drive a diesel truck, Chevrolet.
Year?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a 2021. I think.
So you're.
I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's a 2021. I think.
Wrong, Edgar Steen.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
He swims like a fish.
What you fucking da? I don't fucking know. Yada na yastara. Anara na da da.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it
now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
He swims like a fish.
Not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. My ass.
My ass.
As for the lights, are, we will leave for that everyone to decide on their own.
He swims like a fish.
Come by ya.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Come by ya.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Oh.
Suck it now.
Snacks because he's 15 and snacks.
Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to.
Katie! Christopher!
I wonder. Hey, is the bullhorn looking at me? Oh no, it's the camera guy. I'm just gonna pretend like I don't notice. I bet you Nancy Grace is watching right now. I bet you. I wonder if my mullet looks good.
And it
To
was
Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot. To Mr. Proudfoot.
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Proudfoot, what happened?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Oh my God! Look at Chris.
Gerald Daugherty wants to watch the videotape.
Is that Chris? They can shut their chicken tone, chicken bone, Google Chrome, no home flip phone, disown ice cream cone, garden gnome, student loan, full-blown Indiana Jones, overgrown Flintstone, X and Y chromosome, Fred Zone, Sylvester Stallone, AutoZone, professionally seen silver Patron, head the fuck up, okay? Oh God! Thank you, Dota Diana. We really do appreciate you. And 865 seconds. I think things are getting close, and I wonder what CP will do when he knows they are coming for them. I hope he doesn't talk KK into something stupid and then put it on her entirely. Do you guys, I mean, he seemed a little disheveled today, didn't he? Like that sound that he makes there. You know what I mean? Like the, hold on. Let me find it. One second. Let me find it. I mean, it's a little disheveled. You know what I mean? Ooh. The mullet's now cut. I mean, you think he's trying to wear a new hairstyle to get used to the short style? Sounded like to me he was either yelling or crying. I don't think he was crying. I think, I think there's a reason. I mean, in my opinion, there is a reason why they're allegedly not speaking with police anymore. Remember, he would not even speak. He would now he used to gravel and be like, oh well, law enforcement is amazing, they're this or that, and now he's like, we all have a relationship, some of it's good, some of it's not. Well, we know it's good with Seth, so FBI, open up. Today was the day we need Jesus. Amen. Amen. Man, yes. Underly. Underly. Yes. Certainly do. Certainly do. I hope they are okay with saying what pick is CP in courtroom? Looks like he's cutting a fart. He was. He was. He had the walking farts. Allegedly that day. The truth, please. You'll have to watch the replay. Mm-hmm. There's a lot we went over today. There is a lot, honey. And I'm exhausted. And mentally, emotionally, spiritually after that. I'm going to go drink some Gatorade to rehydrate myself. I'm going to go put some compresses under my eyes. This has been 5s of 10s of minutes. Lord. I didn't even get a lipstick refresh. The hell's wrong with the world today? It's falling apart. Damn. If we're exhausted, think about Edgar and KK. Look at, I mean, well, oh my God, look at Chris. Is that Chris? We didn't even recognize them. Thank you, Hobo. All I can say is, Lord have mercy, love just. Oh, I love you too, Hobo, honey. Thank you so much. Love you too. TikTok, Edgar, and KK. Yeah, Regina. I'm busted out laughing. It's hello, Joseph Neal. How are you doing? Just in time for a lipstick refresh. Nope, I'm gonna tear it all down. I put all of this on for y'all every day, and I tear it down at night, honey. It is a process to, build this up and dismantle it. It's a process, and I do it for y'all, every one of you, children's. There is no car that was impounded. Granny read it on her channel. We didn't even, I mean, I kind of talked about it today, but do you use a spatula? A spatula, a spray gun, scaffolding, spackle, a couple screws, and a couple hammers. Don't tell anybody. Power wash. Yes, all of it. All of it, just for you children's. It's the Lord's work, but somebody's got to do it, honey. Somebody's got to do it. That's just the way we roll up in here. Can we get an amen? Thank you, children. Thank you, children. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, guys. Yours. Sandblaster, yes. You forgot me yesterday. I am so sorry. I did forget you yesterday. Now that you say that. Guys, we are going to wish our beloved butterflies are free to fly. A happy birthday. First, I was afraid I was petrified. Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side. Wrong one. Okay, sorry. Let's we're gonna sing my rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President, to butterflies are free to fly. Happy birthday. The world is your oyster. If you like oysters, can't stand them myself, but we love a good pearl inside of them, don't we? It's up to you to find the pearls. And guess what? You found them. You are right here. Yes, you are. Right here with us. Isn't that precious, Justin? Can you check on BHB? Make sure so absolutely. Sure can. Let me just put on a little lipstick here. Bear with me, Dylan. Yeah. Little lipstick. I feel like I'm in a jazz little. There we go. This is my rendition of Happy Birthday, Mr. President, that Marilyn Monroe sang so many years ago to our president, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, who she was banging allegedly at the time. I love you, Jackie. I do. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Butterflies are free to fly. Doesn't really rhyme. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, butterflies are free to fly. Much love to you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. I love you. Thank you to mods, members, chat, everyone for being here. You are all amazing. I really do appreciate you. Hope your day is well. Butterflies yesterday. I do apologize for not reading it or singing to you yesterday. But you are amazing. Justin, I usually stay quiet in the bushes, but tonight sparked the time to come out. Oh, honey, I'm so glad you came out. The closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate. These so-called channels need to be closed out for sure. Thank you so much, dude. Really do appreciate you. Hey, Vic, good to see you, honey. Thank you guys all so much. Plant Lady, Buddha, good to see you all. Regina, Dina, Meep, 100, Soldier Girl, where you from? Everyone, Canadian, thank you all. Love you all and truly do appreciate you. I will see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise, as they say here. All right, guys, good night and God bless.